Hello, welcome to this update for the Indian Ocean and the tropics like the maritime continent and Oceania. So let's see what's happening now. We have a bunch of disturbances to watch. Most of these are just weak disturbances, like this one in Fiji there, and shows us it was a depression very quickly there in Fiji, and even the green like a tropical storm. So this was a tropical storm a few days ago. Not a few days ago because it shows like today, yesterday, the 29th, it was a tropical storm, but now it's just a remnant low. So hope everybody's doing fine from the heavy rains in Fiji, and does show this disturbance near Vanuatu, but a low chance still. And it only shows here on Zoom Earth. Here on the other official page, there's just one disturbance. So, and this disturbance here, medium chance, is more important. And then there's three disturbances on the southwestern Indian Ocean, but all of them low chance of development. But as we mentioned in the Africa video, we are watching the potential of a storm for Madagascar and Mozambique again, around the 8th or something. So we'll check that. But for now, just this one is a medium chance there. So let's see. So we have this one, the medium chance, and for here the models. Let's see if they show something important. So here's the GFS. Does show the disturbance near Australia there with the medium chance. It goes, but might become a tropical storm very quick, but just there in the ocean. The GFS dives this all the way down to tropical cyclone strength around January 4th, January 5th, but it just lingers out there in the ocean and goes away. So, my opinion, no threat to land, that one. But later the GFS does try to form stuff near the northwestern coast of Australia and more near the Bay of Bengal and some disturbances in India. And down the road, the GFS even gets on the 14th a cyclone in the middle of the Indian Ocean. And talking about Madagascar and those areas, it's not showing anymore any cyclone hitting those areas around the 8th or something. So the GFS is not showing that anymore on this run. But the 12C run, let's see if it shows something when it loads here, because the connection is very slow around here. So that does show that the potential storm in the open waters near Australia. So goes there. Let's see if it works here. So this goes and there. So it does turn that into a cyclone as well, but it just dives down there. So this January 5th already does show a disturbance near the southwestern Indian Ocean, but it struggles a lot. It barely forms into anything. And later, because this is taking so long, let's see here. So later this already, the 7th, the cyclone goes away, but it does show a small disturbance like near Sumatra, a lot of moisture there, but it doesn't have absolutely anything. Madagascar, Mozambique, just like some thunderstorms, some heavy rains. But this run does have a cyclone near the Bay of Bengal around the 15th. And now the European parrot, the 12C, that goes further out. So let's see here if it works. So here, so today's December 30th, probably already 31st there, because here's American time, so this goes there. So shows that this term is near Madagascar, but it barely forms. It kind of dissipates before it gets to Madagascar. Then it goes there, and the cyclone near Australia tries to form something, but it doesn't show a cyclone like the GFS shows. The icon just shows there like the disturbance in the open waters near Australia, and also has a disturbance near Madagascar. It tries to form something, but doesn't even form. So it shows there does die down to like 1,004 millibars on January 3rd, just north of Madagascar. So the icon's almost forming a storm there, but doesn't show anything that concerning. Now there's the Canadian model, so it does show there the disturbances near Australia and Madagascar. They kind of struggle to form, more likely the one in Australia forms, but the Canadian is trying to form on January 6th a storm just north of Madagascar and maybe another the Arabian Sea. But the one in Madagascar just dissipates before it gets there. So the confidence now on the storm of Madagascar is just getting lower. But we'll still watch because things can change. But now the Neptune does show the disturbance near northwestern Australia. It goes out to the open waters and doesn't really affect anyone. But the disturbance the southwest Indian Ocean does have like 1004, just like to the northeast of Madagascar. Doesn't show it affect anywhere, but we'll just keep watching it because none of the models are showing like big tropical cyclone there like it was a few days ago. So here for the rainfall accumulation next 5 days, does show there around Madagascar and those areas all the way to like 78 to 100 millimeters, some 96, like some 89 millimeters from those showers and storms there. So be careful in those areas. Southern Madagascar will be less, but shows more central, western to northern Madagascar. Some in the Comoros too. Some spots show like 45 millimeters, a storm or two there. And especially be careful around Vinking there, all the way to 185 millimeters from the European model, just next 5 days. Next 2 days already shows 90 millimeters, so stay safe there from those disturbances because this amount of rain can cause flooding there and landslides. Now the Seychelles does show some 21 to 28 meters, some 49 meters, so more rain the further south you go on the Seychelles, but nothing crazy, just be aware of some storms there. Now for Mauritius and Reunion, the European does show some more storms around Reunion, not storms, like it does show the central part of the island, some 50 meters there, so just some passing showers or summer storms in the afternoon. But Mauritius shows a little bit less, but does show some light showers and a storm or two, mainly some light showers. And Port Maturin, some showers next 5 days. And Seabreeze Village, some areas, some 26 millimeters. Most likely some passing tropical thunderstorms and some showers, so be aware. But the Maldives, the next 5 days, the Europeans like more than 149 millimeters in Male. Some areas to the north like 128 millimeters, some 49 millimeters, 100. So be careful in those areas. Shows many islands there above 150, 142 millimeters, even like 171. So stay safe in the Maldives next 5 days, and just like until Thursday the 2nd, next 2 days I show like 110 millimeters in Mali, and next 1 day and 8 hours shows 49 millimeters, so please be careful the Maldives. Now for Sri Lanka has also some heavy downpours next 5 days, so 138 to 132 millimeters, 147, so stay safe there. In southern India, a shower, a storm or two, but nothing crazy, so be careful with flooding and landslides and like flash flooding in Sri Lanka and the Maldives, so please be careful there. And shows more like now for Asia, the show around Kalimantan, central Indonesia, some like tropical downpours, so 112 millimeters in the next 5 days, 109, 106, so stay safe there. Central Malaysia, some spots show like 66 millimeters, some others like some 36, so stay safe there. And does show like southern Indonesia's patches some spots like 145 millimeters, 122. So be careful. Some 84, 112 millimeters. Some more spots central Indonesia, so like some 85, 103 millimeters. So stay safe there. Just next 2 days, alright, it shows some downpours there, but of course not as much as 5 days, because 5 days is more time. But be careful. And these tropical downpours are very sporadic and can form at any time. So it's very unpredictable, the real amount of rain that might fall from them. But just stay safe. For example, if you look at the satellites now, some of these thunderstorms there can have some very heavy rain and lightning and everything. So stay safe when those storms are near you. So now back here to the rainfall, still shows some heavy rain in the Philippines next 5 days. So it does show like some 40 millimeters, 60 millimeters. This might come from stronger thunderstorms like the ones I showed you. So shows more like central Philippines, close to 100 millimeters next 5 days. But I don't know what's going on to the northeastern Philippines, but it still shows like 212 millimeters next 5 days, 190, 161, 144. But it's just the European models. Some other models might have less. So it might be different scenarios. But in case this happens, please be careful with flooding those areas. And also some areas like Calayan, 137 millimeters, just to the north. I'm not sure anybody lives there, but shows like 203. So stay safe. In Taiwan, it does show some more range, like some 77, some 80 millimeters, some 29. So be aware, storm or 2. And in Vietnam, those areas does show 102 some spots, some 48 millimeters, some 67, some spots like 197 along the coast. So Vietnam has already had a lot of heavy rain during the last few months, and some spots might still be saturated. So please be careful there. It does show more like Palau, some 71 millimeters, still some passing showers and storms next 5 days. Around Guam, some 12 millimeters, just some passing showers. And until the first, just 2 days, 1.4 millimeters, so barely nothing. Next 1 day and something. So stay safe. Western Guinea does show like some 87, some 91. So still some those tropical downpours. It shows more, especially in Papua New Guinea, there like 126. Some central areas 101, some 72. So stay safe there. Be careful along northern Australia. Does show some 56 millimeters, some 41, more like Northern Territory, and Northwestern Australia does show more as well. So be careful those thunderstorms, especially Queensland shows some spots like some 80 millimeters in eastern Queensland and central eastern New South Wales. So be careful there. Depending on how this plays out, we might have some more detailed videos for Australia in those areas, but just be aware. Those areas, New Caledonia shows a storm or 2, some showers, but a little bit heavier in central Vanuatu, some 65 millimeters, some 22, some 13 millimeters in some areas. In Fiji, still shows plenty, like 108 in the next 5 days, 101, and like 133, 107. So stay safe in Fiji still. They already had like a tropical cyclone, just like tropical storm, but it did cause a lot of heavy rain. So please stay safe with more rain there. Some landslides and some flooding potential, especially. But just in the next 2 days shows less, but already shows like northern Fiji next 2 days. Shows some in Tonga, but nothing that crazy, and more like tropical moisture in Samoa. American Samoa, some passing showers and storms. Not so much every day, but there'll be a day or two some heavier showers, and even during most days there. And that does show some lost islands there, like some 94 millimeters. So be careful. In Tuvalu, some 66 millimeters, some 63, some 16 in Tokelau. So be careful, especially this area of heavy moisture there. So stay safe. The Cook Islands shows less, a little bit quieter, but still some showers or storm or two, especially northern Cook Islands. Some atolls there, some storms, but especially like French Polynesia, the European is showing like 103 millimeters in Papeete next 5 days. So be careful there. This could cause some flooding, a little bit of flooding, some disruptions. So be careful, like 102 millimeters, some other islands, and more passing thunderstorms and tropical showers throughout French Polynesia. So just be aware of tropical showers and storms. Some spots of southeastern French Polynesia, some small atolls there. Not sure anybody is there, but just be careful. So more than 150 meters, some 89 meters, some 51, and Ricky Tail, some spots further south. Does show like 104, so be careful. Some passing fronts there, and Adams Town, some stronger fronts too. So stay safe. Just like you can see here, that front are already happening. More showers and storms throughout southeastern French Polynesia and Adams Town, those areas. Those storms in Fiji. So stay safe there. Be careful. But everything I just showed you is just like one forecast from the European model, and this updates like multiple times per day, and it's just one model, so it might not happen exactly like I showed you, but just be aware they might change. But other models like the GFS do have more rain around southeastern French Polynesia as well, like central French Polynesia just has like 51 millimeters in Papeete next 5 days, and the European has like 150 or something. So it varies depending on the model, but it already shows some storms there. In Samoa does show some 50 millimeters, some 37, less than the European, but does show some rain as well. Northern Tonga shows some storms, and Fiji, the European like 130, 140, and the GFS just has like 42 millimeters compared to 90 to like 110 on the European. So be aware that it can be one way or another, but just be aware because both models show more storms too. So just be careful. And southern Vanuatu, the GFS is like 146 millimeters. So the GFS like crazier about Vanuatu, although it's 147. And the European shows just 25 millimeters. The GFS 147. So there's a big difference. But Michael, either way. But both models do show some rain there. So just be aware of showers and storms. And if this happens from the GFS, just stay safe and be careful. There's the excess. The excess just has like 43 meters, so 67. There, the excess has more in Fiji. Scared some more downpours around Fiji, and the icon does have just like some 33 in Vanuatu, while the GFS 147. So be aware, but also the GFS like more in Queensland, be aware in Australia, Northern Territories, some more downpours across northwestern Australia, and does show in Papua New Guinea those downpours too. And the GFS crazy about central Indonesia, so like 159 meters, and 154 to like 214. I think this is too much. The European just had like 62 millimeters, but you never know. Those tropical downpours, it's possible. So please stay safe from landslides, flash flooding. The GFS more in Malaysia too, and Brunei, some past showers and storms. Central Malaysia, so stay safe. Central Indonesia especially, and Java, those areas of southern Indonesia, more downpours. And in East Timor doesn't show as much, but does show passing storm or two, and does show like in Sumatra some downpours as well. So be careful. Southernmost Thailand, Malaysia, some more, and the GFS is also northeastern Philippines. So both models are showing like 195 millimeters northeastern Philippines. The European had more than 200, the GFS are around 180 to 190. But both models are showing a lot of rain there. This is concerning, so be careful with flooding there, and some more scarce showers and storms in other parts of the Philippines. shows Vietnam some like 37 millimeters, some 16 millimeters. The European had close to 100 in Vietnam, and the GFS just around this. But beware, it also shows storms there. But now in the Maldives, the GFS like some crazy amounts next 5 days, all the way to like 200 to 300 millimeters in Mali. The GFS is 300 millimeters in Mali in the next 5 days. The European 149, but just 149 is already a big number. So either way, if it falls to 149 or 300, of course, to 300 will be much worse. But just stay safe in either of those situations, because both models are indicating a lot of rain in the Maldives. So be careful with flooding, especially in those packed areas. Some dangerous urban flooding, flash flooding does show more. Most times the Maldives 200 meters, 227, 234. So stay safe and around some southern islands, close to 200 as well. Further south, less, some 13 millimeters. But Seabreeze Village does show some 4 millimeters and more storms further north. So be careful in the Maldives. Does show in Sri Lanka some 95 millimeters, some 78 millimeters. So be careful. But these next 5 days, the Maldives, just the next 1 day, 19 hours, shows some 74 millimeters. So it won't all fall in 1 day, but in some areas it can be a lot, even for 5 days. So be careful. In Sri Lanka does have close to 92 meters, 94, so stay safe there too. And Vinking, the GFS also like 119, has some storms in Madagascar, so stay safe in those areas. But now the icon on the Maldives, the icon also has like 246 meters in Mali, 245. So one model shows more than 200, the GFS 300, and the European 150. So most major models are showing some very dangerous rainfall. So warn others there and stay safe. The icon has a lot like southern areas, some northern areas too. And the excess, our fourth model, is showing like 265 meters next 5 days. So you get the idea there. Please be careful in the Maldives. So here shows it's a little bit quieter now, but the disturbance in Sri Lanka, in those areas, it comes around the first and the second, shows some very heavy rain until the third. So stay safe there. Now for like some other stuff in terms of wind and waves. So does show those higher gusts in Eastern Asia because of the winter weather stuff. So we might make the next few days or weeks more winter weather videos. But further south does show some gusty winds still near Vietnam, the seas like near Taiwan and China. Does show a spot or two in Cambodia, a tiny big gust here, but nothing crazy. In Australia, finger choose some systems in New Zealand. We might talk about some Oceania videos, and the system trying to form there near Australia. So this goes the second, the third shows a slightly breezier gustier near Somalia, some spots the Arabian Sea, and still between Taiwan and China, some stronger gusts at sea, and shows there like near the southwestern Indian Ocean, breezier because of the disturbance trying to form. But this goes there. Does show on the fifth Sahara gust, the South China Sea, maybe on the Philippines as well. Same thing for waves. If the wind is higher, the waves will be a little bit higher. So be aware. Wednesday the 8th, Thursday still shows on the Philippines a little bit higher gusts on the 10th, but that's kind of far out. So stay safe there. We'll talk more about temperature, some winter weather videos and summer weather videos. But just be aware, in Australia still some spots of very high temperatures, and Southern Asia is quite calm there. Some tropical-ish temperatures, some spots still hot, and colder further north. Even in India, central India, a little bit colder, but still hotter during the day. So stay safe, those rains there, and be careful.